Hi, I'm Terry from Waconda Boats here in Glen Elder, Kansas. We're also in Republican City, Nebraska. And we're going to do a walkthrough of the 2018 Lund 219 Pro V GL. Now this is the largest you can get in the Fiberglass Tournament Series lineup. The boat's pretty much 22 feet in overall length. It's 21.9 to be exact. Also, it's 102 inches wide. So that's as wide as they can build them. It's definitely a big water tournament series layout. It's got a very big bow to cast off of, and it's also got a ton of room in the cockpit as well. So this boat's really been gaining a popularity the last couple of years, and we seem to be getting more and more calls on them every year. What you're looking at here, we're going to have several of these in stock, and I'll go ahead and just kind of point out the options that all ours are going to be set up with. But the one you're looking at here is called black and white with a gunmetal interior. That's been one of the most popular colors, so we'll have this in stock, and we'll also have the white and gunmetal in stock. That's another real popular model, or a color. So anyway, the trailer you see under here is made by Boatmate on their fiberglass models. Very well designed, very well built trailer. Pretty much everything's standard on the trailers on the fiberglass models. So the mag wheels you get there, the chrome mag wheels are standard. That's how they're going to look. They come with a matching spare tire. They're also oil bath, the Volt system hubs, so you don't have to grease or non-serviceable bearings. So that's another handy feature. And the only options we really put with our trailers is one being the stainless steel fenders. All ours are going to have that fender upgrade. And the Lund guard paint job as well. That's another upgrade on the paint job all ours will have in stock. And really all that gives you is it's a lot more rock chip resistant paint job on the trailer. Back in the back here, of course, they all got the retractable tie downs. It stays bolted on the trailer, you don't forget them or lose them. On the boat, all of them on the starboard side, just like any Pro V, are going to have what's called a rescue ladder. It's a ladder that's stowed away inside the gunnel. It doesn't hang off the back of the boat. And it's got 3 steps to it. There's also a grab rail up here as well, a grab handle, so it's just a real easy way to get back into the boat if you're doing any skiing or tubing or whatever the case may be. Just a handy way to get in the boat. The 350 Verado is max horsepower, and that's how all ours are going to be set up in stock. Seems like most people want to go ahead and maximize their horsepower on this model. And there's a lot of different prop options. We found through testing through our pro staffers and all our other customers that it seems to be the Bravo one with the 22 pitch, that 4-blade stainless prop seems to be the go-to prop on it. That's going to give you your optimal top speed, and also with that extra 4th blade, it planes the boat out much quicker, and it also holds the boat on plane at a slower speed as well. So that seems to be the best all-around prop. So all ours are going to have the Bravo 1 4-blade with the 22 pitch, along with the 350 Verado. Again, also our 219s are all going to have the 15 Pro kicker. Anytime you have a Verado motor with a power steering pump, which this one will have, you want that 15 kicker rather than a 9.9, just because it charges twice as much back to your battery, than a 9.9 does. So all of these will have the kicker already on them. So now that we're inside the boat, I'll kind of start at the back and I'll work forward. On the starboard side, in the very back, you have a storage compartment here, and you got some extra storage there, but that's where they install the power steering pump, the battery isolator, all the components for your kicker pre-rig are all stowed away in this compartment, and you still have some extra space there as well for dry storage. And then you can see here on your back casting deck, a nice size casting deck, and you can fish 2 people off here if you want. You can put one pedestal seat on this side and one on this side, or vice versa. But they're offset of the motor, and they're closer to the edge for vertical jigging or whatever the case is. It's very well thought out for fishing off the back. And in between that is your main live well. Very large live well, 33 gallon. Has the drop-in bait minnow bucket as well. And it comes with a divider. You can split species on one side or the other, or put bait on one side or the other. Of course, you can take this out and take the bait bucket out, and you'll have one large live well if you're doing, pike or muskie fishing or whatever the case is. It's a real large live well. And then over here on the starboard side, you just have some dry storage. It comes with this trash bin. A lot of guys will just leave that in there, and that's a perfect place to put your trash can, or you use it as a trash can for your trash. You can take it out, of course, and just use it as whatever dry storage you want. And then here in the very back corner, you can see the cup holder, and there's little slots cut out here too, which is handy. It's a perfect place for your needle nose pliers. Well thought out for the guys fishing off the back. That's going to be handy. And then down here on the floor, all ours are going to have what's called the snap out carpet as well. A lot of guys that are just fishing only will take this carpet and leave it clear out. If you're doing anything recreational, you can leave it in for the comfort of the carpet, or however you want to do it, but the snap out carpet is all ours will have in stock. That's an upgrade. Down here in the floor compartment, that's where your cranking battery and your kicker and accessory battery are going to stow away. So you have a battery isolator on this system, so basically your kicker motor, your power steering pump, all your fish finders, everything is going to be ran off of one big battery, in some cases 2 batteries. And anyway, that leaves your cranking battery for the Verado isolated to only itself, and so that way you'll always have that main Verado battery to start the engine in the case you do run into battery issues. So you'll never end up in trouble there. A lot of guys will also have us install a 2-bank or a 3-bank charger in here as well. So very well, easy to get to compartment for your main drive batteries. And then these other storage pods, I'll show you. You have one on both sides, and they're lockable compartments. And where a lot of different manufacturers, fiberglass boats, you have a storage compartment here, and it's molded into the boat. So what's nice about the Lund is that it's removable. This whole thing with the removal of just 2 of these palm screws, you can take, and you have a grab handle on both sides. This whole compartment comes clear out. And it also comes with another snap out piece of carpet, so you can snap this down in its place too. So what that gives you is the option of having even more cockpit space. You can take both of these out and have just a ton of room back here, or you can take just one out and just have extra room, and you'll still have the storage on one side, or you know, you can leave them both in if you just want extra storage. Very handy. I don't believe anybody else has that. Another thing I'd like to point out that the 219 or the Lund fiberglass models have that differ from a lot of the different competitors is most of the competitors out there are going to have a little bit shallower boat. These seem to be about 3 to 4 inches deeper than most other manufacturers that make a similar boat. In my opinion, that's really big when you get into really big water. That extra 3 or 4 inches of height in here really just adds to that security factor and everything else. So that, in my opinion, is a big plus. And then up here at the passenger side, you can see the glove box, very large compartment, lockable compartment. Lots of room in the glove box. There's also a 12-volt adapter in there to charge your phone or plug whatever you want to plug in there. You have a little storage here on the side as well, a little cubby compartment. One thing I almost missed here too, is that the guys that are tournament fishing or just going from point A to point B, whatever your case is, and you don't want to put your rods clear back in the rod compartment, the main rod box, you can just put the butt of your rods. There's one pad here, and now this will flip down. Lay your rods in there, and there's a bungee strap that just goes over just like so. And it's just a real quick way to secure your rods down when you're bouncing across the lake and from point A to point B and in a hurry. You don't have to put them all away real quick. So that's a nice feature. And then now when we get to the driver's console, very well thought out. Your gauges are in the perfect place. Of course, you got power steering with this Verado. Also, it's tilt steering. Your gauges are in the perfect place to get to on the right side, handy and easily reachable. The dash is very well thought out. A lot of guys will you got plenty of room to put whatever size of graph you want on these, and a lot of guys will put up to two big screens. So you got room to do so if you want to. It comes with a Kicker brand stereo. You can Bluetooth this right to your phone. It's very great sounding. They're using these on most all the Lunds now, and we've had good luck with it. Sounds good. You can plug your phone into it here with the USB or the MP3 port, and that's your charge ports, and then you also have another 12-volt outlet here as well. Controls are very well thought out. Perfect place for your drive. You got lots of elbow room here, lots of room for your. This is the main Verado control, and then down lower and out of the way, which is a nice part, is your kicker controls. Okay, so you can swivel the seat clear around. You're not going to get in the way of that. So that's a perfect place for the kicker control as well. Here in the main rod box is another lockable rod box, of course. Holds up to 9-foot rods. Very big rod box. Holds 15 rods. And then down below that carpeted compartment there comes clear out. And that's where your trolling motor batteries are going to stow away. There's room for 3 batteries. Most people are going to put the 36 volt system on this, and it's a perfect place for the weight distribution too, to have your trolling motor batteries. Again, there's an LED light in there. If you're at nighttime, you'll be able to see what you're doing in the rod box. The Pro Vs are like all the Pro Vs. They're known for their very large bow. Lots of room up on the bow. I'll start with in front of the driver's console on the starboard side. You have your bow live well. It's a 20-gallon live well. For a bow live well, it's a very large live well. And again, you got another drop-in bait bucket for live bait or minnows. In front of that compartment, another storage compartment, lockable compartment, real deep compartment. You can put a lot of stuff in there. There's a ton of room on the bow of this. Just a lot of storage on the bow of this boat. And then over on the port side, you have the biggest compartment, because you don't have that live well taking up part of it. It's a very large, long compartment. You can actually put some rods in there if they're not too long, or the longer ones you have to break down. But some guys will put some rods in this compartment even. Or you can put whatever you want. You can see that bag there, that's the travel cover. Of course, all of ours are going to come with the travel cover as well. But you can put a lot of stuff in this compartment here. Again, that's lockable. And then it also comes with the bow cargo net on the bow as well, for the stuff that you're using consistently and you don't want to put clear away. It keeps it from blowing out when you're going down the lake. And just a quick way to get stuff, like a little tackle box to put in there and in and out. Another thing I'll point out too is if for the on-the-go storage, guys, and you don't want to put your rods away, again, up here on the bow, you can just lay the rods down on the bow here, and this is the one on both sides. This kind of straps over the top of them and keeps them from blowing out. You have this on both sides of the bow. So lots of, very well thought out, lots of good on-the-go storage there. Again, just like the back, you have a cup holder and some places for needle nose pliers, easy to get to for the guy fishing off the front. There's an LED light up there if you're out at night to see to tie your hooks or whatever the case is there. Large pad up here for your trolling motor. Most guys will put a 36 volt trolling motor on here. Typically we'll put a bow mounted fish finder up here as well. You can actually have one flush mounted if a guy wanted to. We typically try to talk people out of doing that and go ahead and just put it on a ram mount like we normally would, say right here on the floor. That way you can move it. If you ever want to upgrade it or change it down the road, you're not stuck with what this hole will allow you to replace it with. And so typically the ram mount design is how we would normally do it. Also have a tilt and trim switch for the main Verado engine up here as well. I think that pretty much covers the 219 Pro V. If I missed anything, or if anybody has any questions at all, feel free to give us a call. Our phone numbers and emails are on our website, wacondaboats.com. And I'm Terry here in Glen Elder, and Travis is in Republican City, Nebraska, and thanks for watching.